Great way to start the video, right? Okay, almost lost you guys. Okay, Crushers, my God, we got today freaking 40! Woohoo! How are you feeling? Okay, you got increased energy? Is some of that aches and pains, has it gone away? Is the inflammation down in the morning? I'm telling you, I remember waking up and feeling like I'd have sausages for fingers. Gone. Gone. And if it ever does happen, I think about, what did I have last night? Did I eat those salty chips? Did I eat something I should have? Because once you start understanding how your body feels from what you're putting into it, it's a game changer, guys. You are going to feel good every single day for the rest of your life, okay? And that's the game plan. So really, how is everybody feeling? Like really, are you starting to see that there is a difference when you eat whole food, plant-based foods, okay? Get the crud out. That slows down that blood and makes you feel sluggish with no energy, and makes you feel stiff and achy, okay? It goes away, guys. It all goes away. The foods that we're eating, whole food, plant-based, takes inflammation away. Okay, so here's the deal. I got a call from my cousin the other day, and I'm sure she won't mind me sharing this. She is one of my success stories from 180 Wellness. She came to me and had some health issues and wanted to reverse them. She changed her diet. We talked about what we needed to do. She jumped in cannonball. She did it straight out, no turning back, and literally went to her doctor the other day, where her doctor said, I want to tell you, you are like a poster child for my practice. Like, you know, you really have done amazing things, and was curious about what she did. She told him, and guess what he did, guys? He turned around, pulled a book off the shelf, which was Undo It, which is the Dean Ornish, Ann Ornish book that it's pretty recent, and it's all about what we're doing. It's all about what we're doing. So it made my heart just leap with joy, the fact that her doctor is now looking into this exact way of eating. Now that's exciting news. That's super exciting news. In fact, I might be giving him a jingle because I need a doctor who gets it, okay? Most doctors have, and this is fact, watch What the Health. You guys watch What the Health. That's a great movie to watch. Every one of us should be watching that to understand what's going on out there. But anyways, doctors, and I can talk to you about this because I have friends that are physicians, and they have all said the same thing. They get practically nothing in nutrition with all the years of schooling. Everything they learn is how to care for the symptoms of problems. That's what they learn, you guys. They learn how to cater to the symptoms. They don't learn how to stop the symptoms from happening in the first place. So we now know that we don't have to develop these horrific diseases, okay? Especially type 2 diabetes, anything cardiovascularly wise, and also those emotional issues. Guys, really, the more that you, and people who know me, I had anxiety disorder. That's another whole thing that maybe someday I will help people to get over that, because I've already done that. I've helped over 250 people with that. But anyways, that's another discussion for another day. But really, the food you eat matters on your emotions. I can't stress that enough, okay? That is huge, okay? And also moving your body, okay? Just moving those bodies. So today, one thing that I thought I'd talk about, and we hadn't discussed, and I know these times have just gone by so darn fast, and there's so many things yet that I still would love to talk to you about, but we just don't have the time. And 40 days was enough time to take up your time, okay? So anyways, today we're gonna talk about intermittent fasting, okay? I'm gonna talk about it quickly, and because at the end, I'm gonna be having a glass of wine. So here's the deal. Studies have been done, so many studies have been done on intermittent fasting, and religious practices have fasting in their, it's just part of what they do, right? So we know that long term that people have been doing fasting for a long time. Okay, I don't even know how long it goes back on the religious fasting issues. but you know, it's been around forever. So, but now people are using it now to lose weight. And I have to say, because we actually did it in our own house. One of Burke's friends had an issue with weight all through high school, and he started doing intermittent fasting, right? And we didn't know anybody that had done intermittent fasting before. We didn't even know what intermittent fasting was. And he taught us about it. And then he started researching it. And a lot of the doctors that I follow, Caldwell B. Esselstyn, T. Colin Campbell, Dean Ornish, Jill Furman, they all talk about it, you know, so it's something that really is a positive way to help you lose weight. And Jill Furman, I'm sorry, not Jill Furman, our Michael Greger has done a whole series on it. So you guys go to that nutritionfact.org and like look it up and like get the actual facts about it, okay? There's a lot of stuff to learn about it, but I'm gonna give you the quickie 411 on it, okay? So his basic thing was they took groups of people, calorie restricted them, and put other ones on fasting, okay? And they did the fasting group in 2 different areas. They had some of the fasting group do it later at night, so between the hours of, I think, 6 and 9. And then they had another group do it between, I think it was like 8 and 3, something like that. It was early in the morning or late at night, right? So all the groups lost weight, right? But they realized when they came back like a year later that the ones who were doing the fasting did much better. Now, I do want to clarify about those 2 fasting groups though. The ones who were fasting at night did not, they lost weight, guys, but they didn't do as better health-wise. It actually increased their blood pressure and their cholesterol. Okay, why? It's because you're eating late at night. You're not using up that food you're putting in your stomach for fuel, okay? The ones that ate during the day did much, much better, okay? They went back a year later. The ones who were calorie restricted put all the weight back on, sometimes even more. And I can tell you firsthand that this is what's happened to Michael down the road. You know, he did all those crazy diets, and there's so many of them out there. And yeah, initially he lost weight, but you know what? He always put the weight back on and some. So it was just terrible. Well, with intermittent fasting, I got to tell you, the weight has just slipped off. He was already eating whole food, plant-based. He was already starting to exercise because his knees don't hurt anymore. And once he put in that intermittent fasting, you guys, he's down 2 pant sizes. He's getting smaller clothes. He feels great. He looks great. Everything is going back to like when he was a boxer, when he was younger. I'm telling you, he's just feeling so much better. Okay, so how do we intermittent fast it? So I did do a little cheat sheet for you, and this one came from the Harvard Health. They have a whole series of information that you can get online, and I also kind of took a little bit from Michael Greger to compile this, and I will show you this so you can do a screenshot. But the first step is to eat whole food, plant-based only. Right there, you are going to be fueling your body with the correct nutrients. All right, this is going to make you, not get those diseases first off, okay? Because when you eat those SOSs, saturated fat, oil, and sugar, right, that slows down your blood, makes it sluggish, it gets all sticky, it starts damaging that endothelial lining, and what happens when that gets damaged? That's where your heart diseases come in. That's where you're setting yourself up for a whole slew of problems with cardiovascular issues. We don't want that, right? So keep those whole food, plant-based foods going into your body and fueling you the correct way. So that's step 1. Step 2, don't snack. We've talked about this a tons of times. You know, get rid of those crinkly bags. We don't need them. Let your body burn the fat that's in your body during meals, okay? And what it does is it uses it up. It uses it as fuel, okay? This third step is to pick a time that kind of works for you, that you are going to be eating during an 8 to 10 hour period, okay? And during that time, get your calories in, try to space it out so that you don't get hungry. And then if you need to eat 3 times or you need to eat 2 times, however, Michael eats 2 times. And you know what? From all the doctors that I'm talking about, that whole idea of having breakfast in the morning is kind of marketing. It's for the cereal company. So you do not need to eat if you are not hungry, okay? So just remember that, okay? Eat when you're hungry, okay? So the 2 that they suggested was either eating, if you're a morning person, between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m., okay? Or 10 a.m. if you're a little bit later of a riser, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, so it's pretty easy. We try to eat dinner by 5 o'clock, and then that way we are completely done by 6. And guess what, guys? When you don't eat in those late hours, your blood pressure goes down. Better than when on statins, okay? So I'm telling you, really, guys, this is so good for your body, okay? So really start researching it, look into it, and realize that this intermittent fasting, there is something to it, okay? We didn't know it either, but I'm telling you, we're living proof that it does work. The last thing is avoid any snacking at bedtime. So here's the little list that I just went over with you guys. Take a little screenshot if that's something that you want to check into or look into. And really, guys, I know, okay, I get very emotional, so I'm not going to get emotional. This is not sayonara. This is I'm going to pour a glass. I'm going to cheers each and every one of you. I'll pour a little glass. I could fill it to the top, but I'm cheering each and every one of you. I've enjoyed this journey. I look forward to hearing your stories about your health, and hopefully you're turning around some of these problems that might have been happening over a period of time, like myself. You know, I had so many issues that just melted away, you guys, and I can't tell you, I feel better now that I'm rounding into my 60s, yikes, than I did when I was in my 20s, and I'm absolutely telling the truth on that. So it's just amazing how what you put in your body and how you move your body really makes a big difference. Okay, you guys, I love each and every one of you. This is not goodbye. This is here's to an amazing journey. And literally, I'm always here, and maybe down the road, as I get inspired, I'll send out like little updates and keep you posted on what's going on, and hopefully helping you to live your best life. I love you guys, and I'm not saying it. Okay, I'm tearing up. I hate that. Okay, I'm not saying the G or the B word, okay? So let's just say ciao. Okay, that's easier. Okay, I love you guys. Best to everyone. Mwah.